Welcome to Lent for everyone for day 15 on Friday. This passage of today reminds us that spiritual warfare is indeed a real thing in our lives, especially because it was real in Jesus' life. I think sometimes we as Methodist mainline Christians don't talk a lot about the devil or about Satan, maybe because we've heard too much fire and brimstone type of talk or things like it. But I think we need to acknowledge that in Jesus' ministry, the devil is real, and that evil powers indeed exist. And frankly, they exist today in our world as well. And we know them to exist in our own lives and in the way in which we can come under attacks of Satan. I don't know if you've ever read the Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. It is an incredible book that kind of sees into the heart of the work of the evil one. I would recommend that book to you at any time as a fascinating read, and as one that I think is just really a good one for us. Obviously, at play in this text is the Pharisees and the Jewish leaders have accused Jesus of casting out demons in the name of demons, that Jesus somehow on the wrong team. He's playing for the evil one, when in fact Jesus is saying, no, I'm casting out demons as part of God's team. And Wright emphasizes, that the real enemy at play here is indeed Satan, is indeed the evil powers of darkness. And that when Jesus talks about that you need to bind up the strong man in order to stop him in order for the robber to be able to come in the house, Jesus is comparing himself actually to the robber in that sense. He has bound up the strong man. That's what he did in his days of temptation. So he's referring back to the temptation and saying that and what Wright says then is that often early in our ministries, early in our relationship with Jesus, temptation can come on really, really strong. So if you're someone who is pretty young in your faith, there might come something that becomes really, really difficult for you. Maybe it's a difficult temptation, or maybe it's a difficult situation that you don't know how to handle as someone who is following Jesus anew. And Wright is saying that that's not brought to you by God. That's actually brought to you by the evil one who wants to press against you so hard because he knows that if you follow through and go the right way, that the devil is not going to be able to overpower you, and that Jesus is going to do incredible work through you in your life. Friends, I pray that we would recognize that whatever battle we face in our life and in our faith journey is not against flesh and blood. It's not against other people. Even those struggles that we have that we think are with other people, but ultimately they're against the powers and the principalities and the rulers of that spiritual realm. Friends, I pray that we would keep our eyes attuned to these spiritual things in the season of Lent. God bless you.